Got done the investigation for Sakura's case. The class trial is about to be about to get popping, get it started. So let's get right down to it. You know what I'm saying? The fourth class trial is about to be in session. So you got the investigation and you got the class trial today. I'm gonna try to stream again today, y'all. Just don't quote me on that. I'm gonna try. You know what I'm saying? That was loud. Y'all know these class trials finna be long. This gonna be at least an hour. I'm gonna say maybe 2 hours max. This class trial, the murder, and everything else. So we're gonna be here for a minute, so we definitely gonna finna be here for a minute. Everything sounds good. I'll make sure. Everything sounds good. Yep. Oh, that sounds great. Let's get it. Hold on, let me save. Damn, look how small it is now. Wow. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then, he is the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of... What? Motion calls? Like, no matter how awful something sounds, something is, if you toss it and smiley face it, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Oh my god, he's trolling. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. He's trolling. What the hell was that? Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough, because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit, the killer, the one that murdered Sakura. Damn, look at that. That picture kind of hard. It's sad, but it's kind of like she died smiling on her face. She just like accepted it. I still think she killed herself. I mean, Hero's looking. Banyan man, but as Belize called him, he looks pretty suspicious on this one. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person wouldn't. There we go. This shit. I haven't done. Let's talk to everybody before we go down. Alright, Hina, what's up? How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? She's gonna be defiant. Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? Okay. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Okay. Let's go. I never do that. I normally just go straight to the elevator. But I say, you know, I switch up a little bit. I don't care about all this mediocre dialogue. Oh, the elevator scene. Then we might be getting close to the end. Look, I mean, it's only 5 or 6 of us. There's gonna be 5 after this, maybe. Whoever, if someone did kill her. Let me get a sip of some water. The ride was over. The door open. Door open once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. You bare bitch. I wonder, will the class trial end with one lost classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. So the curtains open for 4th time. I didn't know there was gonna be an option to save again. No, I'm saving again. Alright. What's this one? Increase the time limit for it. That's a typo. Why TI is so spaced out from ME? Anyway, eliminate for each phrase, effective during the class trial. What's this robot chat? I got them all. Alright. Let's trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Oh, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura was one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
The one thing I'm not understanding is Hiro don't hate her. I remember in the nurse room when Sakura was like, why? Like, he scared the fuck out of him. He ran away. That doesn't mean he hate her. Now, Byakuya and Toko, yeah, heads that ain't like her. But Hiro don't hate her, so that's kind of a, I don't know. Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Oh, shit, not bad. Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. She must have some reason for believing in that. Here you go.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
Let me shut my door, y'all.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any...
Oh, what's that account? Oh, that's what she said about the meetup, right? Yeah, okay.
sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay, that's probably what Hiro said. Some contradiction reasons why he didn't specify specific. I'm sure she must have. Okay.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason did?
Because you hated her.
I think it's what Hiro said.
That's the only reason you have for
No, that's wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Does that mean one of them did it? Oh, we jumped to this kind of. Okay. Pocket trash. Nikki from Hero. This is Hero, ain't it? Let me see. Yep.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
No, it's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her,
You will
but
speak up, nigga.
she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office,
That's what
right?
you told me, bitch.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Yeah, something not right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after this in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is...
Shoot!
Alright, my fault. So probably the first one.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the fuck you ain't minted, fucking high bitch?
Sudden hostility.
Right, like you wanna fight,
We
bitch?
just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
So why would you deny that you didn't talk to her? You looking sus.
Suspicious.
Exactly, you is.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
Oh, brother, here you go.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Do you?
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message! At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It
Yeah.
was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, when we
Speak
found
up, nigga.
Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene
She
of the
did.
crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
I mean, you might as well just say, speak up. Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was when on the magazine shelf.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Hiro, just tell us what happened, bro. Why you acting all sus?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Hold on. No, not that. Not that.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered. Shoot! I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When
I
Ogre's
think I know what I
body was
gotta do.
discovered.
Just the lie right here.
And
I
I
gotta
can tell
take
you
what
when
she
I
said.
found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, it's wrong! When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when
Man,
I
if you don't
saw
just
it?
fucking tell us when you what happened,
All you gotta
matter.
do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Why you keep calling her ogre, bro?
100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Are we doing it now?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
I'm only 30% right. Get your ass up.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
That's right. Yeah. She did mention that.
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what
So
happened.
just tell us what the fuck
He
happened.
admits it.
The fuck
I
is you
figured
doing?
as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but you did. Do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. Oh, okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Look at his face, yo. Man, listen, Yashihiro, if Sakura could have snapped your shit like a twig if she wanted to easily. You see how big she is? I mean, I guess to fit himself, but...
I hit her from behind, before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and
he might
ran away.
He might be the culprit then. But this is
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well,
I hope you
that's what
die.
happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
It's
You're
too
not
early.
gonna get off that easy.
It's way too early. This trial literally just started.
Death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he had? What he had? Well, fuck you.
Shoot!
I'm fucking up. Oh my god. I'm about to lose. Holy shit.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
That's I see.
Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Sakura might have did it.
Really?
She's lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
He's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
It had to be
If they went to
Sakura.
the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Toko, Peculiar, Kyoko. What? Someone who wouldn't like it.
I got it!
Oh, so she was in there.
Had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
That's a good point, yeah.
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So... what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but... okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered.
She suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1. No blow was fell on either. Oh, that might have been a lot right there. Okay. The yellow powder, which I don't think had anything to do with it, and then there was something else.
And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer.
Okay, I think I see it. I think I see it.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, it's wrong! If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why two separate Monokuma bottles
Maybe the
must have
figure,
been
because the
used.
figure was heavier than the bottle somebody hit her in the head with.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
Mm-hmm.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total.
There were 6?
Meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles
Oh yeah,
all
it's
had
two
in common,
spaces.
it should become clear.
It's 2 spaces, so it is 6. That's okay. I see it. It's a little gap between there, okay. Hey man's gamut. Okay, chess. And oh no. What is it, C? Whatever. Try it again. Whatever, try it again. That's crazy if you actually die.
I refuse to give up yet.
They'll vote for you and say that you did it. Even though you had nothing to do with it. That doesn't make no sense, but okay. Come on. It's chess. It's C-H-E-S-S, right? So it's a C. Yeah, okay.
Pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh! So the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Impress her. She's starting to freak out.
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, in the bottle that was missing. It was excited. This was right.
Shoot!
I don't know. Shit.
Shoot!
I didn't think it would be broken, but okay. This trial is actually kind of hard.
Must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
I'm not. What was the question? Oh wait, well, I'm not understanding the question.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I
totally
did a little
guessed.
experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Oh, I see. Okay. Excuse me.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along
So
with
did
the figure
Toko assault
inside.
Sakura too?
But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There could be no doubt that the second Mr. Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Okay. It must have been used by...
I got it!
She got hit in the head
The bottle
twice.
that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Plus, I respect
just
it.
remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her.
Genocide
I
Jack
saw
or...
Toko go into the rec room.
You did,
Pretty
huh?
soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay.
Oh, she might have
That's
been
why I
hiding in the
headed in.
locker.
When I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
No, she was hiding in the
Just
locker.
now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
I know exactly where she was at. She was in the locker.
Don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
Cap. I'm about to expose the fuck out of you,
sure
bitch.
she didn't disappear.
Yep,
But
I got
maybe
you. I got
she
you,
found
Kyoko.
somewhere to hide.
Who needed? I got it.
Hiding in the rec room?
Yeah,
Don't
you
be
was.
ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Stuttering ass. Show your ass up. I know exactly what she did. Come on, come on. A new element, absolutely. What is this? So far, you probably been pressing the triangle button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blows. You'll have to. Huh? Oh yeah, we are halfway through. Okay, well thanks for that note. So we got So we got to do it again. Wow. Okay, let's get it.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you.
Ah, fuck, I fucked up. Got it, okay.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
It doesn't.
Of course it doesn't.
Okay,
Please
then.
blow your nose,
Let's
girl.
just compare
Some
it to
respect for
your
yourself.
hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
She just straight up admitted it.
He got her, like.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Ha!
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yeah, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around...
Oh shit, she's mad.
There was Sakura, covered in blood, and staring right at me!
Oh shit.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
We'll bring her out. Okay, so what? Time out. So what triggers your sneeze? So you just sneeze on command?
It was your fault after all.
My fault! Master's fault! When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights!
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories.
What?
So I can't really say what was going on.
This really is hard, Trigo. You don't
I
remember.
was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Yo, that face is kind of like... That face is kind of funny. Look how odd, like she about to go Super Saiyan.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Oh, so she did do it.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that, and Hina's
Well
gonna...
then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you had some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Not
Huh?
yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Yeah, we still gotta talk about the powder. It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
You wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Yeah, we didn't even talk about the powder yet, so we still gotta talk about that.
I was just sleeping peacefully.
Okay, then there's... What else is there?
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
So it's gotta be this right
You were
here.
taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, it's wrong! We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
Just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proved that there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
She can't move her big ass body. That's not even
To
possible.
make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier
My
than
point
my own
exactly.
scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room. still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
Hey, can we talk about the powder, please?
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko's hiding in the locker room is because
I got it! Even before we open the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that
already out.
point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
or choosing to ignore it. Could we really be missing something so important? Can we talk about the powder, please? Like, come on. We didn't even mention it yet.
What? What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's... attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed her? If it wasn't from Chip, then what was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything.
No, it's wrong! According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Hina, you getting a little sus
Not
right
to
now.
mention,
Did
I
you do
didn't
something to
find any
Sakura?
cuts inside her mouth.
Yeah, like...
You leave a chick in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Ugh.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
The poison. Can
Some
we talk
sort
about the
of
poison,
reaction
please?
within her body. Most likely.
Here we go. Let's talk about
Sakura
it.
was poisoned.
Thank you. I don't even like you, bitch, but good shit.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Oh, brother. Wow.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Alright, calm down.
But you're the only one talking.
You might as well go ahead and suck them off after this damn
The
class
key
trial.
to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Yeah.
And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
On the floor, right?
Where'd you find it?
On the floor with all that yellow powder
The shelf
shit.
is divided up into 3 sections, A,
A,
B, and C.
C.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, it was. Yeah, I know you're going with this. This is Section A.
I got it!
Yeah.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Yeah, it would be crazy if Hina actually did kill her. I'm gonna be like, wow. I couldn't believe my eyes. Mercuria put the bottle of poison on his. Wait, when the fuck he did? This must have been. When did he do this? This must have been from before.
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Mercuria was so calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh, he did. Oh, he just did it.
No! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What are you talking about?
Must be the, wait. Did somebody mix canisters from the poison with the protein thing?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Wow, Hina. Ooh, what if Hina did it,
Can I
bro?
see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the
Hina
bottle,
might have
but
killed
harmless
her.
protein powder. Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It was in her protein shake. Damn, who did Sakura like that? I know she was the spy, but damn. Hangman scamming. Yeah, protein shake. A lot of R. Oh. No, man, I didn't mean to fucking do that. This fucking Hangman's gaming shit, bro. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna get like a C on this one.
I refuse to give up yet.
I was trying to go for the N. I was going too fast. Come on. We already know what it is. It's protein shake. Hangman's Gambit. Okay, give me an R. 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 Give me a T. Wait, is it I? Oh, no. T, give me an I. No, give me a E. E, I need an E, I need an E, need an E, need an E. Give me an E. Where are you? E. Give me an N, give me an N, give me an N. There we go. Protein drink. D. Oh, it must be shake or drink. D-R-I. Golly.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Yo, somebody did Sakura North.
Must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to
It had to
drink
be
the poison.
Hina, because it had to be Hina. Oh, Hina.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Yeah, I think I know too.
Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
I can respect that.
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
You. Hit that soldier boy. You. I think, is it me?
I got it!
Okay. I didn't even know he wore
Me
sneakers.
and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Nina.
Plus, Nina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Damn, Hina, you look like a real bitch,
Hina
bro.
used that trust
Backstabbing
to
bitch.
kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly
This is
nasty
crazy.
little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
So why would you give her
She
poison
asked
then?
me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
Right.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism.
That's a big word.
But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about
Even
that?
ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
So what is Hina trying to cover up then? If that's the
I
case.
was just nervous. So
Oh
didn't
my
know.
god! I think I know. I think it just clicked in my head. Hina must have knew that Sakura was going to kill herself, so Hina was like, if she kills herself, I'm going to take the fall and say that I did it to cover up the fact that Sakura killed herself intentionally because of what was going on. Is that the case? Is that true?
my side left a footprint.
Oh shit! My
You
phone.
didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was.
Because
What
Sakura
did I
had the
do?
yellow powder on her foot. That's what she
Listen,
thought she was about to
Hina.
go with.
Could you go into
feel
a
like
bit
something
more
adding up.
detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, so just do it.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah, when I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And
Something about that's not adding
that's
up. I think she's trying to cover for something.
That story you just told.
It's not making sense.
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
yeah.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
You know, shut your ass up. I'm trying to see something. How long until we figure it out? Well, don't think it, a Big Mac say it. Fuck that nigga Bakuya.
First,
Come on.
I went to Section C. That's why. When I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what directions are they facing? Those facts clearly come to. Oh right, I think
First,
I know.
went to Section C.
The footprints. Only on the left side. So it didn't go on the right side. She was only on the left side. Okay.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay, that's true.
And you spilled some of the powder on the...
Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders.
How'd I miss? That might have been not it.
Once I was done switching, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A.
Okay.
Shoot!
I think it's... Hold on.
First, I went to Section. That's when I grabbed the... And you spilled some of the... Yeah. When I...
Okay, and then...
I moved from Section C.
Okay.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that,
Cap.
you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
You didn't do it because the footprints didn't go over there.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
It was strictly on Section A.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction
No.
on purpose to
No.
disguise her movements?
Stay off the Wii right now. We need to focus.
No,
Try
that
and
can't
figure
be it.
something out.
Remember what Hina just said?
This shit's getting good, y'all. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint. She did say that,
What
yeah.
Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Cap, call her. Call her out. She capping, bro.
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
You damn sure did.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
This shit getting juicy.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Yep.
Well, you see...
What the?
He mad as shit, he's wrong.
What's going on here?
Suck a
And the
dick,
footprints
yeah.
aren't the only problem with her account.
Okay, that's a new
Before
face
I
he's making.
explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Go ahead, Kyoko.
New evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Yo, he tight, he mad as
Just
shit.
say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Oh, a piece of
It had
glass.
sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Okay, I can try.
Me?
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottom. Okay.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
What was the bottles?
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
So she didn't give it
It
to
was
them.
there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Yep.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Hold on. You're moving too fast.
I don't move too fast, bitch. Keep up, nigga.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
Nope.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Yo, he is so fucking tight right now. It's hilarious.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Ooh, look at Kyoko, man.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Why you keep stuttering?
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
So Sakura did kill herself.
Oh, come
And
on!
Hina was covered.
How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Because you ain't got all the answers, Sway. The reason she can't say that because there is evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was open. So this music, okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
Oh, what's
Until the
Locked room, it absolutely was not.
So you're someone plant?
No. No, it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there.
No, that's wrong, Sway. Yeah, this trial is
You
lit.
remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
He is so tight right now.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Yo, look at his face.
It shows
Yo.
that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Yep. Way to think your confidence, Big Mac.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Yep.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
Because she
I
killed
thought
herself.
we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
I thought so too, I ain't gonna lie. I thought so too, but
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely.
Yep.
She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
yep.
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Yeah, so it's
Such a ridiculous fiction.
that's not ridiculous. She killed herself.
Exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm. Accepted.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Yeah, check
Before we
yourself,
get to
bitch.
that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I think Sakura, honestly, Kyoko, I think Sakura got it. That's just me.
I got it!
Come on, man. It's just fucking. Come on. Come on.
It was Sakura herself.
Yep-y-roni.
So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lot. Sakura definitely went to Section C. And Hina is covering for it. That's what it is. I was right. Let's go. Alright, here we go with this again. The third time. Let's get it, Hina.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Dun, 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 ding, ding.
Hina,
Okay.
did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Yep.
It did?
Yes, it did,
It
honey.
did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
Not at all.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Because she was
The
convinced to
only
say.
explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Right, so she intentionally killed herself.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Well, the thing that made me believe that she offed herself. She said when she met Hina in the nurse office, she says, "I'm drawing the line." Somebody say some shit like that and walk away all calmly. All right, I got say less. I get it. They're like, "What the fuck you about to do?" You know what I'm saying? It was just how she said it.
Here's my answer.
Come on, I said this in the beginning, bro.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
I work in this field. I can just tell when motherfuckers gonna do something.
What?
Yeah.
The killer was Sakura?
Yes.
So you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Huh. No R. Kelly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room.
And she
and
drank it. And he
All
knew
so
about
she
it.
could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Yeah. But of course, Kyoya created the locker room secret. Monokuma forced us to the locker room. Sakura 126.
I got it! The locked room mystery was
It's a fucked up
created by
situation.
Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
Yep.
And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it.
Yep.
At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
It had to be Hina.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
She did.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Facts.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order
Yep.
to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yeah, she was trying to take the fall for her friend. I can respect it, but
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
yeah, you gotta do the closing arguments. This shit kinda crazy. Okay. Now this is since this doesn't really give you like questions. Open and pick thing. Hold on, I'm gonna do it this way. Cause they had a version of this where you it'll give you questions like, alright, so who did she get a note to, you know? It's kinda fucked up. This is a fucked up situation, my boys.
killer is you!
You!
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Y'all listen to this, I'll be right back.
Those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort?
Yeah, that's kind of dope.
You, Hina.
Hold on, this picture kind of hard. This picture kind of hard. Hold on, it brings out so much emotion. I like it. I liked it. That's clean.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to...
Because I'm that nigga. I'm the main character, that's
How were
why.
you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because I ain't got my head up my own ass either.
Huh?
Mercuria.
Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Yeah, that's true. It's facts. I still got an A? Okay, well thank you. Okay, I thought I got maybe a B or even a C. I failed twice. Okay. Oh.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh
Who we gonna vote for?
That's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I mean, you can't punish her because she's already dead, so just Sakura. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire...
Okay, we're done here.
What did you
So
say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
Thinking.
And yet you, why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. Whoa. Huh? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me despair. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own. Wow, it's a suicide note. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse office. That's what I'm saying when she said I'm drawing a line here. That's what I'm saying. That word alone made me believe and knew that she was gonna off herself. I ran out after her and Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me?
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this.
closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible, so she thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. This is what I said. This is gonna make them. I hope I don't cry. This is fucked up. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you once, even you... Hina, please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemies.
They're friends.
Wow. So Sakura... She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... Yeah, they turned on her. Damn. You tramped her all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Oh. Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
Huh? I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I like some protein. Could I ask you? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please! Open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial? Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion about what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I knew what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it really was like this? What, she got another one?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But he know already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
Wow, Monokuma, you ain't shit, my nigga. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
I
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles I at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little motherfucker. I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsely evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around for. Hey, even if that will had factor in, it still wouldn't be been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene cut.
And?
So, then what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it under my mellow, angelic, harmonic narrative voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Give me the wellies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about buzzkill. All right, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo. Oh, excuse me. You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family have worked over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Damn. They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind took me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart. The mistake was succumbing to the mastermind, And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course! Because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe, I don't know what that word means, or just whatever.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attacks you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me.
Yeah, she's seen everybody crumble around her.
Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate to someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is
Me.
Myself.
Damn. If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict amongst you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
This was fucked up. I never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
Wait!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She did it in her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limitless strength that made this possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I throw out the mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to disguise myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest of you. Please tell Peculiar, Toko, Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plans while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her muddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid muddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserved all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred. I don't blame her. I can't blame her, and nobody can blame her, Hina, either. Whatever or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one who needs to destroy is you, nobody else. What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Lovely Peculiar, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. He gets the music. I love when the music come on. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fears for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's
myself.
no point in participating in the game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in the game. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the ones who think they can control me. Peculiar, does that mean Don't misunderstood. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless symbolism, if that's what you're thinking. Whatever master goes, I'll go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now you can say that Sakura's death had... Now, can you say Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the ones having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good for nothing backstabbing and get back on track. It's the moment y'all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens, no. Just because the Blacken is dead doesn't mean I can't just sub in whenever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bear Time 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Huh?
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time! I don't know what he's doing. Oh, you gonna kill Ultra Ego? Oh no. Ultra didn't even do anything. Oh no. No, this is bullshit. Ultra didn't even do anything. He got strong. Make a beat out of this. Oh god. Wow, Ultra didn't even do anything. That's crazy. Damn. You sick man! You turned him into a mega hunk of junk. Woo, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grilled chicken is where it's at, and I'm about to get whatever. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, whatever. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but...
I'm gonna do my best.
Ultra Ego words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, back and muddy and boiling over. It boiled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the fuck up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call aneurysm? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed them.
Actually...
Finally? No, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you can call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward. In honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult. So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sticking to the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know. It was funny.
I want to be able to help.
Ultra Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help us at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment times made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Whatever. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who died so far, the deaths of each and every one of them were my friends. They'll all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left for Sakura's note. Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your eyes for the delusive tones of your trulies. One other thing, Hina, there's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unveil the mystery of the school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word, and we would have been deep in the spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book closed is dismissed for the day. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain ramble and tremble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know how, huh? That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But...
Too bad!
Sucks for you, losers! Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one line left in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares about what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe some time to reconsider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Bye! Wow. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that after all that about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve this mystery of the school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like this before. Didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Hey.
Answer me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying to the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So, the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Oh
yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. But... Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I will never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I've reached the point where I need someone apologize to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. Huh? That's totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
Oh, brother. I cannot suffer the assist of someone who would... Okay. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are sleazeball. Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take me. What? I guess it's not so easy when they act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Alright, that's going to be streaming for 2 hours. That's going to conclude this part. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to go to work. Yeah. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.